Evansville Sports 360. Today we're talking to what is now, because of a bunch of pitching changes, the new closer for the Evansville Otters, Taylor Wright. Taylor, it's a pleasure talking to you.
It's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, let's go back. What is your earliest memory of baseball?
Let's see. I know I used to play with my grandpa in the backyard of his house. It's probably the oldest memory of me playing. And I remember my first big league game distinctly, Shea Stadium, Mets game. I remember walking out and seeing the field for the first time, and I probably never forget that.
Oh my gosh, what year?
Yeah. Jeez, probably like 96, 97. I was only probably 4 or 5 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Shea Stadium was such a cool place, and I never got there.
Yeah,
it's such a bummer.
I remember that green grass like it was yesterday. You know, that first time you see a big league field, there's, nothing like it.
Oh yeah, and that's why we love coming out early and watching you guys take BP, because nothing like baseball.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Who was your favorite guy growing up? What was the player that you really liked to watch? Pitcher, whatever position.
I was a huge Chase Utley fan.
Okay.
Yeah. He was my guy. I grew up playing, the infield, so he was the second baseman. I was the second baseman, and how can you not love Chase Utley? He's the man.
Now, at what point did you start pitching?
I always kind of pitched on little league teams, and then, just kind of went back to the field when I was done. But really, not much my junior, senior year of high school that I started focusing on pitching. So I was kind of a late bloomer in terms of growing, and I got to be a little taller. And by my junior year, they're like, "Hey, man, you gotta get on the mound."
Yeah, you were a three-sport guy. You played basketball. Your dad encouraged you there, I'm sure. And then, of course, football. I think you also played, and then baseball. So, which one do you really like the most?
Oh, baseball for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
this is the type of guy we like to interview. And no offense, Dad, that he's a baseball fan. We like that here.
He knew that early. That was never a question.
Well,
up,
yeah.
So, yeah.
So now you go on to Brown University. You're an Ivy League man. You're a very smart guy here. And so talk a little about your college career and what point you finally started becoming a full-time pitcher. Was that in college?
Yeah, definitely. My freshman year, I knew I was just going to be pitching. So it was an adjustment, not pitching every game, not playing in every game, learning kind of how to stay involved with the team and locked into games without, playing every day. But, I think it was cool, better, for me to be able to just focus on one thing and lock down the pitching side.
Now, did you prefer coming out of the pen, or did you prefer starting?
You know what? Honestly, I didn't really care whatever got me in the game. I knew coming into my freshman year was nice coming out of the bullpen because, like I said, you're in more games more and you can kind of lock in. And then here, I think coming out of the bullpen's the best. Just your job, your role, and you just kind of focus on that one aspect of the game and try and lock it down.
And Andy's really good with that. I think, based on just as a fan, it seems like he really knows how to put guys in positions where they can succeed and win.
For sure. And Max, pitching coach, is really good about telling us when, what he thinks our roles are going to be and when we need to be kind of ready to go.
Now, there was and like I said, forgive me if I'm wrong on this, but based on looking online trying to find info about you, because I saw that 2015 was the last time you'd played in college. So there was this long break in between this, and all of a sudden, here I am with the Otters. Hello. So talk a little bit about what once you graduated, why you maybe didn't go into baseball, or what was going on.
I really hung them up after college. I didn't have a terrific college career stats-wise, number-wise, personally. So I didn't really think anything would come of it. I stayed in shape for a couple years, just worked out, nothing crazy. And then just this last fall, I got back on the mound for the first time and still had some, juice in the arm, and figured, I never tried it out of college. I might as well go try out, and it's led me to here. So
that's really awesome. Did you reach out to them, or did the organization find you?
I went to a tryout in New Jersey for another independent team, and through the connections. Andy knew the pitching coach there, and he put me in touch with them, and Andy called me and said, we got a spot in spring training, and from there, it's up to you.
I love hearing that from the standpoint that these managers seem to actually care about you guys, trying to get you into places, even though this guy couldn't put you in his roster. He calls up. That's not stuff that you normally hear in other sports.
Yeah.
What do you think about playing Bosse Field?
I think it's the coolest thing in the world. I'm a big history fan, so to be honest, I didn't know it was even here before I got here, and then to find out it's the third oldest stadium in the country, and people of Evansville are really proud of it, and I think that's something that kind of carries over to the team. We're proud of it, and we like to play well here in front of the Evansville fans.
Last question: what is your most memorable game as a player?
Oh man, 12-year-old Little League. Me and my brother were on the same team. Grandpa was a coach. Championship game. I think we won like 8-0. Whole family was there, and I think it was the last good team I was on, to be honest, before this year. So, championship game, nothing like winning a championship, especially with your brother and grandpa in the dugout with you. So that was pretty cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Taylor, thank you so much for your time.
You.
Scouts out there, look, if you catch this video by chance, the guy's really humble, but let me tell you something. He's got a little bit of a herky-quirky motion, and he's got stuff on his pitches. You want a guy in your organization that's a character guy that can pitch, and relievers are at a premium. Come down to Evansville and check out this guy. Thank you for your time, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you.